Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what? I'm out.
Right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
you said cheating, right?
Yeah, cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
else? You're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
You know? There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You lose respect yourself.
So it's like if it's cheating for her, like so is it cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first.
Oh, you such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman.
Oh.
Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just wanna rub my back. That's cool. Hey, ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay, okay, ooh, all right, you ain't gotta kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls him down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, oh. Yeah, this is the moment.
This sad, bro. I'm like, oh. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like if she cheats, oh hell no. But like I just had to wait on the moment. Like no. That ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d- I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no, I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in, and he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looks like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shades. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, oh, Bernard.
Him, you slut. Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm laughing because it's going to be so funny because you're going to see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist. And you're going to hear, bitch. Bitch.
What up, everybody? You know what it is. This is the It's That We Talk. I am Lily. I am the host of this show. I am the black toting, joint smoking, bad MO that you see in front of me. I am also with the amazing, the diabolical, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the lady that don't do Valentine. But she was able to do Valentine because we had things we had to do with our loved ones. The reason why we doing this on a Monday,
Lord.
The phenomenal Lindsay. If it was not for her, it would not be no me. Y'all would not see me. And it is what it is. So everybody give a round of applause for that lady.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Oh yeah. And again, this is the Itch We Talk. We got the pleasantries out the way. If you are on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. But I always want to give a shout out to Twitch, and I always want to give a shout out to TikTok. If you are listening to us from TikTok, or if you're listening to us from Twitch, how y'all doing? For all of my people that have start following me on TikTok, please go to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button, and continue to do that and listen to us so we can continue to give you the Ish That We Talk. Now that all that is out the way, Lindsay, how the F was your weekend?
Oh, it was a weekend. How was yours?
My weekend was rather swell. And when I say that, I want to say that like the most whitest of the white who grew up in the 1950s. It was swell. I work around 9 to maybe 10 to 12 hours a day. My son was gone the weekend, and we had planned on like going out and celebrating Valentine's Day. And you know what we enjoyed doing?
What's that?
Staying the fuck home and taking naps. Jesus.
Y'all are for real parents.
Do you know how enjoyable it was for me to wake up and be like, what the fuck is he at? Oh, he's at his dad's house. You know how much of a improvement that my sleep got.
I bet. Well, I'm happy that you guys got to have some rest. But I will say this before we get into it. Saturday we had to lay a close family friend to rest. So shout out to Mr. Gary Wright. I actually have his obituary here, so shout out to him. You can see him. Yeah. So a lot of people may know him because he was real active in the community. Like he worked for the school district and he did drill team and stuff like that. He actually taught me how to play the drums. So yeah. So we had to lay him to rest Saturday. So and it was a good homegoing celebration. So shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Shout out to his family.
Yeah.
Utmost respect for y'all. I know what it is to bury someone in the month of February. During Black History Month, during Valentine's Day. I've lost 3 of the dopest individuals that I would ever be privy to knowing in February. So I get it. I love y'all, and I wish a lot of peace and understanding in this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, rest in peace, Gary, and of course, our condolences are to his loved ones and whatnot. But yeah,
yeah, the place was packed and everybody was there to pay their respects. So yeah, that was my Saturday.
Fun Saturday.
Yeah. So, but here we are on Monday on President's Day. Shout out to me having an evening off.
Right.
You know. But yeah, so you ready to get into these topics?
Let's get into these topics. Boom, 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 boom.
So, the first one, which I had this conversation Friday in the nail salon, so it was pretty interesting. Super Bowl. You know, I'm sure many watching know that we are Kansas City natives and currently Kansas City residents.
Facts.
Yeah, so we were in the Super Bowl with the
Philadelphia
Eagles. You know, I don't come for the game. I come for the halftime show. So, yeah.
Pause.
Like, somebody was playing somebody. Right. So, the Chiefs didn't get their three-peat.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, it has been extremely quiet since Super Bowl Sunday.
Boy, you know what? Before you go forward, I will say this. I've never seen my city, even because we've lost the Super Bowl before.
Yes, we have.
And I've never seen my city so quiet. Because even when the times we lost, my city still celebrated hard because we were there.
Yeah.
This one felt way different. Like, I usually, when the Chiefs lose, I text all of my diehard Chiefs fans, and because I just want to give them some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I said no, because you know I in my heart of hearts, I knew if I'd have did that, I would have literally had to punch the shit out of somebody that night.
Oh yeah, you would have had a fight on your hands.
I would have literally had to punch a nigga in the mouth and tell him, you know, you don't get paid for this team and you tripping.
Dude, you would think that these people are employed by the Kansas City Chiefs the way they go. And shout out to the first podcast, because we had this argument. You are not diehard if you have never been to a game. Just want to put that out there.
That is very true. That is very true.
Yeah, but I digress. So, okay, so you know, I came up in a football family. My mom and my sister are diehards, like for real diehards. Had season tickets for years, and they went out of town. They had to go out of town for a family funeral. And so that Sunday, my family went to Dave & Buster's. They were in Tennessee. So they went to a Dave & Buster's in Tennessee. My sister and my mom had on Chiefs literally head to toe. They said it was other people there that were in Chiefs attire as well. But, of course, the big family photos in Dave & Buster's, you can point out my mom and my sister because of their attire. But anyway, I called them later that night on FaceTime just to check on them because I know it was a rough game. And so I called on my sister's phone. My sister, she seemed all right. And then my cousin took the phone and he pointed the phone at my mama. When I tell you, my mama was steaming. Me and my cousin was laughing so hard. He was like, I ain't never seen Auntie this bad. My mama was pissed. Oh my God, it was so funny. Then, when I talked to my mama the next day, because they came home the next day, My mama said that Ashley was the one that was even more pissed when they were at Dave and Buster's. She said she stopped talking to everybody. She didn't want to be around nobody. I was dying laughing.
You know, and I totally get it. And the reason why I totally get it is because they really start putting up numbers real late in the game. And you so mad. I get people being so mad because
right
before King Kendrick came on,
right,
these niggas was down 24 motherfuckers.
Right.
Listen, this is my town. I love my town. But boy, that L was about to be real. You thought them niggas was gonna get off your neck. This ain't your first. This ain't your first ride. Y'all seen when San Francisco played y'all like that, y'all was able to come back. This nigga had a vendetta on y'all. He already knew because he played the game with you before, and he know how masterfully Mahomes plays the game in the second half. So he said, you know what? I don't give a fuck what magician shit he can do. He can do a full backflip, and as soon as they snap, I'm gonna make sure that we have enough points that all that shit don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how it went. It was like, right. It was like y'all didn't have no secret weapon. Y'all didn't have no trick up your sleeve. No Hail Marys at all. Like, what is going on? It was like somebody. It's like, you know how it is in the movies when somebody like steals the playbook and then learns all the plays. It was something like that. It was like y'all didn't have nothing special. Okay, all right, you got it. Trick Turner is watching. He says season tickets on that top row at Arrowhead is nasty work. Didn't nobody say nothing about that top row?
That's what I'm like. Damn, you just automatically just assume we're part of the poors.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
We're
at least middle class at best, or upper poor class. Let's just keep it 100. It
was like the first section, like the first. What is that? The ones? Yeah. I think it was
good tickets.
Yeah, they were some real good tickets. She was on the this back when you had to be on the list for years. She was on the list for years, and while she was on the list, she got a job at game day security, so she could be there while she's waiting. And then when her name came up, she quit the job and took the tickets. That's how tough of a diehard she is. That's what be killing me about these so-called diehards. Why don't you just go get a job up there so that you can get paid if you're part of the poors and can't afford a ticket? Listen, but hey, people don't think outside the box.
I'm with you 100% cuz I got an OG named Gary. Gary, that's the same shit he did. He wanted to be at every game, so that nigga got a job up there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to get a job up there. It's not. And you'll be amongst your people.
Yeah, and he was. Yeah. I mean, he still kept his regular job.
Yeah, because it's literally game day. You can do concession game day. You know what I'm saying? What you what? How many games are there? Like 16 games out the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you probably working 8, and then they go to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But hey, you know, everybody don't think outside the box.
He did the fool. Now he was one of those. Now I understand why he was upset, because the Chiefs was paying him to actually be there.
Yeah.
So I get him being upset.
Yeah.
I didn't get everybody else. Now I do respect. Now I ain't even gonna lie. I will say this off the flip. I do respect. We got a group called Chiefs or Die down here. Mm-hmm. These guys are fucking maniacs. Now, what I will say is, I will respect every last one of them talking about those niggas that played a shitty game. Everybody from Chiefs or Die who just represented, they're like, nah, these niggas just came in there on some bullshit and lost the game for us. Those dudes I respect. Mm-hmm. When I say they pull up everywhere, man, Listen, I know how everybody is. Lindsay, she stayed in Atlanta for a while. Everybody talk about how BMF used to pull up on people. I don't think y'all really know how big Chiefs or Die is. When they pull up, that shit's a dangerous venue for you to be like, fuck the Chiefs.
Oh wow! So they're the gang. They're the Chiefs gang.
Hey, listen. I've been to one venue with them and I was not invited. I just happened to show up. I know what I'm saying. I didn't know they were coming there.
Right.
When I say you had niggas from the town, you had niggas from Atlanta, you had niggas from Memphis, you had niggas from Dallas. That was all in Chiefs or Die shit. That shit was wild as fuck to me.
Wow.
I was like, this nigga talking about shit. I don't even live. I ain't lived in Kansas City in 5 years. And I'm like, how do y'all even know each other?
Right. Yeah. But shoot, you would definitely find your people. For sure. Like I know some people in Dallas, and when they moved down there, they ended up finding a social club. Because there's a lot of people that moved down there from here. So they ended up finding a social club and they would socialize with one another. And I forgot the name of the social club, but that's what the social club was made of. It was made up of Kansas City natives. So you'll definitely find your people for sure.
You gotta. You know what I found out about them? You gotta go through a whole trial and tribulation. Like before you get the jacket, it's really like a biker club. You gotta go.
I'm saying it's like a motorcycle club.
Yeah, you gotta get the jacket with like nothing on it at first. Like,
oh wow! So
and go everywhere and represent.
Yeah, you gotta earn your stripes.
Like them niggas,
they got
like,
rough bodies in this mug.
Boy, I don't know. Listen, I think my homeboy running, but I ain't gonna be that kind because I don't really know because I don't know what I'm saying. I don't fuck with it like that. At the same time, I'm like, whatever he's running, them niggas is a cohesive unit for real.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I don't even go that hard for Bone.
Them niggas go hard. Them Chiefs or Die niggas.
Yeah.
And them Chiefs or Die people, because I know what I'm saying, because some people be like, I am not okay. You Chiefs or Die people, hey boy, y'all go hard, and I love every bit of it. And I'm not even I'm not a part of y'all clan. Like I rock with it. Everybody knows I rock with the Chiefs because I'm a hometown guy. But my favorite team is the Patriots. I'm gonna ride with the Patriots. Win or lose, we're going through shitty shit, and we're going to continue to go through shitty shit until we get it right. But at the same time, you think I ain't celebrating when Chiefs do their thing? I'm from the town.
Yeah. And see, that's my thing because although I don't like football, although Chiefs fans get on my last nerves, I'm going to set trip. I'm going to set trip for sure. Like, and that's what I have been doing all the way up to the Super Bowl. Like I'll be online because people hate the Chiefs. And I'm like, where did all this hate come from? And then what kills me is that people call it the Kansas Chiefs. So I get on there and straight set trip, straight up. And then like, if I see anything like the week before was the Grammys and Taylor Swift had on the red dress. So I was just under the comments going, go Chiefs. Like, that's what I was doing, and I didn't care. And I know me and this one guy, we went back and forth about something, but I had to tell him, I was like, dude, I don't even like football. I'm just set tripping. That's it.
I mean, that's the thing.
Like, oh yeah, because he says he was talking some shit. He was talking some shit, but he was from St. Louis, and I was just like, you just mad because y'all ain't got no football team no more. So.
I mean, it is what it is. Listen, I'm a hands down tell y'all off the flip. The itch that we talk is going to be Kansas City versus everybody from the death. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can talk that shit all we want, but when it comes to like things of this nature, oh come on, Super Bowl. Like I was rooting for the Chiefs. I'm talking about I felt like Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. And y'all
we're all rooting for you.
I was so mad. I was mad. And I know because I was mad. I thought in my head, boy, them real diehard Chiefs fans is pissed right now.
Yeah. And then like what was irritating me online where I really was like in the comments was how people were not trying to acknowledge Patrick Mahomes as being black. And I'm like, he's black, guys. Like this, and then somebody tried to come at me and tell me, oh, it was just a joke. I'm like, but your joke is not funny. Like, let your joke be funny if you want it to be a joke. Like, the joke's not funny, period. Like, the man, like, I get it. Jalen Hurts, super pro-black. And Patrick Mahomes is married to a lady who's a Trump supporter. Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, the man is black.
It's one of those things where, you know what, cousin, you right for defending him.
Yeah.
At the same time, in my Malcolm X voice, I would say, this is when your chickens come to roost. Like, these are things that are going to happen to you because you chose a certain way. Like, hands down, I ain't never going to say Patrick Mahomes ain't black. He got one of the blackest daddies alive if I stop holding my breath.
Man, right? It was a lot of people in the comments putting pictures up of Pat Mahomes like, dude, this is his daddy. He the realest nigga out here. Like, you can't come from him and not be black. Like, you know.
Exactly. But at the same time, he chose a certain way to act. And the same thing I said at work the other day is the same thing I'm going to say on this podcast. I hope that it is not an act and that it's really just him. Because if it is an act, shit's gonna come out later, and it's gonna diminish the great quarterback that he is.
Yeah. And then it was people in the comments like, after they lose, he probably gonna have some fried chicken. Now that was funny.
You know, the funny part about that is, if he do, that's just because he's from Texas. That ain't got shit to do with him being white or black.
But it makes it even more funny because that wasn't his damn cheat meal. It's like, you've been with him since high school and you don't even know that.
Like, first and foremost, Patrick Mahomes ain't got a cheat meal. Let me just say this right now. Patrick Mahomes ain't got a cheat meal. Patrick Mahomes eat what the fuck he want to eat. If you see Patrick Mahomes compared to, this is why I like Patrick so much. Patrick is built like a 55-year-old daddy.
He's not built like an athlete. I give you that. You would not,
and he's able to throw a ball from the back of his fucking hip.
Right.
Built like Ben Stiller's daddy. Like, fucking with Patrick Mahomes is the epitome of this is what it looks like when you have black genes in you. Because this nigga don't. If you see Patrick Mahomes on the streets, you think he worked for Best Buy. This is the greatest quarterback. He's the greatest quarterback we've seen since Tom fucking Brady. But if you see him on the streets, you will swear that this nigga drops off TVs for Nebraska Furniture Mart. The fuck?
Right. Because that's exactly what it looked like. Oh, UPS driving face ass. Like, he really looked like that. Like, I got a few more stops left, face ass. Like, that's how he looks.
Shit. Hey man, I gotta be home in a couple of days. I really gotta make it up. I know you got your package. I will get your package. Like,
right?
No. Meanwhile,
right? Can you sign for this face ass? Like,
meanwhile, having a woman who looks like she irritates the shit out of teachers. Like,
she looks like she bites ankles.
She looks like when they do parent-teacher conferences that night, all them teachers take at least a shot and a hit off a joint because they know this bitch about to say some dumbass shit to them.
Right, like here come Brittany ass.
Because you know good and damn well Brittany ain't taking care of educational needs at home. But she's telling you the things you're doing wrong.
Right. Get mad at you because her kid don't know what 1 + 1 is.
Exactly.
1 + 1, Jello. This is your fault.
You don't teach this nigga nut. He do whatever. This nigga a nut nigga at home.
Right.
He a full nut. This nigga doing backflips off the steps. This motherfucker is running face first doing doors. And then all this daddy is saying like, yeah, he gonna be strong like me. This nigga is autistic.
Right. Right. He got a strong head.
What are we doing?
Right. That forehead is strong. Just running head first into the glass door.
You already know you're like, this is the type of parent you're gonna run into. Like,
right.
The PTA, she will never be the president of the PTA. They know she don't be around her children.
No, she's
not like that. Not unless it's to take a photo out.
Right.
And that's and I'm not downplaying you. This is just jokes, lady. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. At least 85% of this.
Right. But you know, they be giving that lady the blues even before she was supposedly a Trump supporter. They've been giving that lady the blues. So
and they should.
Yeah.
And they should. This is a lady who never did anything at all, and then all of a sudden, she literally woke up a millionaire.
Hey, you know,
it's just like you're gonna get some heat from that. Like I don't know if she came from money. Even if she did come from money, that wasn't her money. Patrick put her in a position where this is her money. Yeah, black or white, you think they ain't gonna act the ass?
But this is the thing though, because all that girl, like, let's just be kind of real about this. All that girl doing is she been with the dude since high school. He wifed her up. She got a couple of kids. She's being the wife. But this girl, I mean, aside the Trump shit, because prior to us knowing she was a Trump supporter, they still hated her. But the girl can't win for losing. But I don't see her being too much of a difference. I don't see there being too much of a difference between her and Savannah James. And everybody loves Savannah James. So is it because this is a white girl with a black quarterback that's very successful that we just ain't liking and we just ain't saying? But is it her face because she's not that attractive? Like, what specifically is it about Brittany that we just can't get jiggy with?
You know what? I said the same thing 2 years ago. I was like, why do y'all not like this bitch? And then I thought about it and I was like, the reason why we don't like her, and I'll say we, it is because everything that you just said, but she still manages to have this level of privilege that she tries to put off on people. Is because I'll say, for instance, I'll just bring up one incident. Okay. The incident with her being happy and she throwing champagne out and like she's not even paying attention. It is thousands of people under you. And you want to throw champagne out the window like that and like fuck them. Like
and I get that.
That's a level of privilege.
Yeah.
That
I get
somebody
that.
in her shoes, I'm sorry to cut you off. But somebody in her shoes should have been, she should have been more acknowledgeable of.
Yeah. And I get that. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't have been irritated because I would have been. That is something that only a select few people can get away with. So I give you that. But I feel like if it was a Savannah James, I feel like she could have got away with it when nobody really said too much or nothing.
And so that's the thing. Savannah James would have never disrespected nobody like that.
But this is the thing though, because like you can be on stage and they throw water out, they've thrown champagne out and stuff like that, like performers have. And some performers can get away with it, some performers can't. That's a very, very, very small select few that can get away with that.
And I will rebut that with this, because you said it. They're performers, and even some performers can't get away with that. You're not a performer, so if some performers can't even do it, why the fuck did you think you can do it?
But with that, because I would be irritated too if that were to have happened to me. With that, they didn't like her ass before, but once they realized it was her that did it, now they pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
well, you know the reason they didn't like her before, like
because she white.
And you, I was about to say, you want to keep it real. Like, even though we try to push this interracial relationships, white men, black men, and some white women, and a minute, and I will say that, and I'll say this to the death of me, a minute variant of black women get mad at that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
overtly.
Yeah.
Overtly, because I feel like, because I really feel like that's the reason, the main reason, is because she's white. But then don't nobody want to say it.
Yeah, don't nobody want to say that shit. But I can guarantee you, white men, especially white men with power and money, oh yeah, they mad that she had kids by a black man. Black men that have never ever been able to accomplish what Patrick Mahomes accomplished get mad at her and all of a sudden turn hotep, because that's the type of white woman that they chose, but she chose to get with a winner. Like, just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
And then white women don't like her because, and that's not all white women. Like I said, it's slim. White women don't like her because, for me, it's two reasons. One is because they wanted to do the same thing she did, but they fucked with a nigga in engineering, and his fucking whatever the fuck he's trying to create ain't boosted yet, and he refuses to get a job at an engineering firm to make 100 plus because he wants to be his own boss.
It sounds like acrimony.
Exactly what it is. On the white woman side.
Right.
The minute of black women, and I keep saying the minute of black women because some the black women I know don't give a fuck. But
yeah,
the minute version of black women, they only hating because they wish they were in her same position.
You know what I see black women hating more is the Kelsey Swift situation. I see black women hate that more than I do Mahomes and his wife.
And that's
the funny part about all of that.
I'm not even going to dive into the psyche of those black women, but what I will say for those black women is seek counseling, because you really do want to be caught up in listening to your suppressor. Like, you really want to be a part of the people who set you back for years. Like, I don't understand. Those women are getting mad at that shit in my head, and I hate to say this, but I'ma just totally be me. Those women, I'll be like, damn, y'all taking slave master dick. Like, off the flip, y'all doing it and not having no problem with it because y'all think it's something beneficial in that. Yeah. And it's not. It's nothing beneficial in that. You already know how Travis moves. Travis moves at a rate of the average male in America, not black, not white, not nobody. He moves at the average male in America, and for some reason, that's something you getting mad. You were getting mad at for him that he's fucking with a bitch that's a billionaire.
As much as I don't like the lady, I mean, you can't get mad at him for, dating a white woman. Shit.
That's
I
what,
mean,
like, what the fuck? Why are you? I wish I had that spot for what? Bitch,
Yeah.
that fucking nail salon ain't making $1 million fucking dollars a day.
damn.
Are you serious? And I'm just because I just want to keep it real with people. This bitch makes hundreds of $1 million in a year.
Yeah.
You think you selling hair online was gonna get Travis Kelce to eat your nappy ass pussy? You wild out your rabbit ass mind.
It's not gonna get him to bat an eye, I guess.
Nah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Every woman from here on out, if they break up, no, you can't compete. No, it's not.
I mean, like, where
you
can
better be the best woman on regular level shit for that man to deal with, because you can't try to go outlandish. You can't try to go big and bad. You're not Taylor fucking Swift.
Right, like, where can you go from Taylor?
Paying half the bills and making sure that food is cooked and the house is clean.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good point, because like, where can you go from Taylor? Ain't too many places you can go.
No.
From Taylor. Like, once you date a billionaire,
is you can make sure that $2.3 million house smells like lavender every time he come home. That's the only thing you got going for you.
Make sure all these air wicks are up to par.
If you don't do that, you're not in position anymore. Because, like, real talk, that's all Travis asked for. But Taylor got people that'll pay for that.
Right. You ain't got to think about it. I got somebody to do that.
She got somebody to do that. Like, this lady, man, like I said, this lady's worth $1 billion. What are we talking about?
Right.
The controversy that was going on between that shit, especially in the Super Bowl, with Taylor and his ex out, and then, like, the Philadelphia player was like, yeah, y'all lost because you left a thick woman. Don't nobody want to pander to that bitch.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here. And my thing is this. I'm not downplaying this lady. This is a really beautiful lady, and I hope she gets everything she wants. At the end of the day, Travis Kelce did not make a mistake breaking up with her and getting with fucking Taylor Swift. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all talking to?
Yeah, that was a different that was a different moment in pop culture, I should say, because they had already been broken up for a minute before we knew that he was dealing with Taylor, right?
Yeah.
But of course, people bring up his past and whatnot, and brought up past girlfriends and what have you, and was really going to her. She was, minding her black ass business, and people was coming to her with the bullshit. And then when she publicly speaks about it, now people got problems, but it was like, y'all came to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn. And then people were tripping with her with the Super Bowl, because she was on the field and she had the Eagles confetti in her hand. And she made a video. It was like a slow motion video where she blew the confetti into the camera, and people was tripping about that. And I had to read the comments, and the comments was like, she works for them. That's the reason why she's on the field. Like, she's like a correspondent of some sort. So she's at work.
Even if she didn't, bitches do shit for less.
Yeah.
Fuck are we talking about? You bitches will post your motherfucking baby going to the Fed and saying, ha ha. At her doing this because her ex is a millionaire.
Yeah. But y'all won't let this girl
y'all fucked up in life.
Yeah. but they will not let her breathe. And it's like, damn, like she can't live her life. Like y'all not even letting her live her life or move on or anything like that because y'all keep coming to her with the bullshit. Then when she say something about it, then it's a problem because she said something. It's like, dang, folks can't win for losing, you know, especially when you get into that sports field. Folks can't win for losing.
You know, it's so fucked up.
Excuse me. It really is.
On both ends, because like she's gotta always like say, you know, yeah, because people gonna ask, like, well, how the fuck did you get here, bitch? And like she had to be like, oh yeah, I used to be Travis Kelce ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That shit. And then at the end of the day, you have to look at it because you got to look at it on. Travis Kelce got to always be reminded about the one black woman that he messed with that would not go away. This nigga has pressed plenty of black women. Don't get it twisted. That was not his first fucking rodeo.
No.
To the point where I bet you he told Taylor Swift, you know, this is the first time I ever been with a white girl for real. Like he wasn't black. Or excuse me, like he wasn't white.
Wasn't white.
He said
Right.
that like a black dude. Like, you know, I ain't never been with a white girl for real. I ain't like
Right.
But he still got to roll with the black bitch that didn't go away. And it ain't even her fault. She ain't even trying to. She dismissed me from this nigga.
Right. She's trying to live her life, but folks just won't let her. And that's the part that sucks about that. But back to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah. So the Chiefs lost, the Eagles won. The Eagles fan tore up the city.
As they supposed to.
Oh, you ain't gotta tear up the city.
Yeah, I knew they was gonna be on some nigga shit though.
Yeah. Well, no, that ain't nigga shit. That's white folks shit. White folks tear up their own city in celebration. We tear up the city during social and racial injustice.
Yeah,
you got
a point. You got a point. You got a real point right there. You should knock that. That's a bar.
Right. So yeah. Yeah, so of course, that's not what I watched. I watched the halftime show.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Before we get to the halftime show, let me read the comments. Trick Turner says Kenneth Lamar fired him up. And then he also says, I wasn't saying that y'all were. You gotta relax. I was just saying in general. He talking about like the season tickets. Then he said Deflate Gate. Then he said fried chicken from Go Chicken Go. That dude sound fire though.
Fried chicken from Go Chicken Go is heat.
Yeah.
I get that shit.
And you know that Go Chicken Go is owned by some white
You don't
folks.
be getting the wings? I swear to God, I had a nigga the other day. Was like, you don't be getting the wings? I'm like, bro, shit, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I get, y'all, because I'm a Kansas City native. I get a fucking pound of gizzards and I get an 8-piece. And I get fucking 8 things of fucking Go sauce.
I bought a bottle. If it gets to being like that, I just get the bottle.
I already got the bottle here. I'm just getting it because I just tell them, like, slide me some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I don't pay for it off the flip. I wait till I get to the door, to the window. Because if you get to the window, if you got, this is how I look. If I look at a white dude, because like if you pay attention now, it's a lot of white people working at Go Chicken Go.
But did you know that they own it?
Yeah, they've been owning it.
Yeah, like that.
Now there's a lot of white people that work there. First, it used to be a bunch of niggas.
Yeah, especially the one on Truth.
Yeah. So when I pull up, if it's a white dude that look like he just got out of jail, I look him dead in the face and be like, "Hey, my nigga, let me get some more of that Go sauce." And he be like, "I got you, big dog." And so,
yeah,
I've been playing that. I've been playing that for 2 years straight, and I've been winning.
Oh wow.
Now,
See, I
at the
just ordered
same
my food.
time,
Yeah.
if I pull up and it's a white woman that look like, you know, she probably got a black kid or two, same rules apply. I'd be like, damn, hey baby, shit, I didn't even think about it, man. Them three gold chickens, man. Them gold sauces, that ain't gonna work for me. Can you slide me some more for real? Like on the strength though, like damn, you cute, you thick as a motherfucker. Like, boy, I ain't about to. And then when I go home, I got 12 fucking gold sauces.
Right. That is funny. That is funny. But no, shoot, I order mine when I order the food because I ain't got time. And I'm gonna count them too. No, I asked for 4. You gave
I
me
work
3.
the game. I work
Right.
the game. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I work the game. Like, cause I already asked for extra. Like I know what I'm saying. Every time I do it, I get like, I'll be like, hey, let me get 3 more. And then I pull up and I say some extra.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that 3 end up becoming 5. Or that 3 end up becoming 20, 11. Fuck, I got sauces for days. Cause they don't give a fuck for real.
No, they really don't. They really don't. But some of these places be acting like the damn shit coming out of their paycheck. Like, damn, are they cheap like that around this month?
Yeah, I don't know. It has to be go chicken go. I'm not even playing the motherfucker nowhere else. Like, especially at these I guess worldwide fucking fast food joints. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You're not about to cuss me out for no fucking ranch dressing, bitch. I don't even want that no more.
Right.
Like, I'm not about to play. I'm not about to do them jeopardize my job. You about to jeopardize your job for 49 cents, bitch?
Right.
It's not a job then.
Right.
This is fucking slavery.
It's like, damn, is it gonna come out your check? Like, what be pissing me off is if they give you 2 packs of ketchup when you ask for ketchup, and you got like a large fry and a burger. What am I going to do with 2 packs of ketchup? I just be looking at them like, are you serious? I need more. The fuck? Like, they really be acting like shit about to come out. And then what be killing me, I went to Wendy's last week. The lady handed me ketchup. And she had probably like about 5 in her hand. Why she take one of it out of her hand to hand me 4? Like 4 or 5 is really about to make or break y'all? Are you that petty? I was just looked at her and was just like, all right. And just drove off. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. But yeah. As
an individual that worked a fast food job for one day. Worked a fast food job for one day. What I will say is they have boxes and boxes of condiments in the back.
Of course they do.
They got to stop playing with people like that.
Yeah. Like, it's annoying. It's
Listen, this and I'm gonna age myself right here, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I worked one day for one spot. One day I realized I couldn't do it because like people laugh at you when you work at spots like that, and like at the time I was too young to like shake that shit off. Even when I'm saying this, I'll say this: for one day that I worked there, I had Saskatchewan sauce. That was a sauce that was in like one spot at the time that I'm talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
I had about 40 of them bitches because it was just easy to grab them shits.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed hell of them Saskatchewan sauces and I said, yeah, I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker. This sauce fire as fuck.
Yeah. Is that the, what is it? Mork and Monty? Is that the sauce that they
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty. I don't watch that shit. I don't know.
You should watch it. It's funny as fuck.
But is that the sauce?
Rick and Morty, and and when he say this sauce the shit, it's the truth. It's the honest to God truth. Man, you can put that sauce on anything. Bro, I was putting that shit on fucking scrambled eggs. This how fire this shit is.
Oh wow. They should sell that in the store then.
And they don't sell it no more. They knew they had a mint, and I don't know what. I don't know if something went wrong with the patent. This shit should have been the best deal moving.
Right.
They probably was killing us with that shit.
Right.
That's probably why they didn't. They stopped selling it. Even keeping it real now, not even being funny. Like they probably stopped selling it because that shit was giving niggas fucking tuberculosis or some bullshit. I don't know. That shit was so good.
Damn.
And they stopped selling it, and they never sold it again. It had to be some shit wrong with it.
Yeah, well, I remember they brought it back when they was promoting it with Rick and Rick and Morty? Is that what it is?
There you go, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. They did bring it back when they was promoting it with them, but then they left again.
It was not the same.
Oh wow, they changed the recipe.
Yeah.
Damn.
They changed the recipe. I'm gonna tell you as a person that know.
Yeah.
They changed that recipe.
Yeah. So
not the same. With nobody riding with that. They was like, no, they bring that shit back like we wanted that shit. That shit was like, it had like a hint of ginger, but at the same time a sweetness of like a strawberry jam. But man, that shit was fire.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I never tried it. But Ignite TV is watching. He said, "Sup, y'all, peace and blessings."
What up, Brody?
So yeah, it's been almost an hour and we're still talking about the Super Bowl.
That's what we did.
Yeah. So, the main part that we were all there for was Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. So, when you saw the performance, what was your initial thoughts?
My first thoughts off the flip was, this is going to be a great performance, period. I like Kendrick Lamar. Like I said, it's some things that I can get, some things I can't get. At the same time, him in a whole, like, yeah, I was looking forward to it. I was not on the bandwagon of this should have been Lil Wayne or whatever. I'm just like, whatever this guy got for this platform, let him be what he got to be. Excuse me. Now that I said that, I will say this. I did not expect for Kendrick to do what Kendrick did. Because I was on I'm a cautious black individual, and I was like, I don't know if you should do that. Why? But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm a cautious individual. Most people I be around are menaces like fucking Kendrick, and I told y'all before, Kendrick is a fucking bad person. Y'all keep saying that this guy is good kid, Mad City. Wah. This dude is a monster. And I've been telling y'all he's a goddamn monster. So when I watched the whole transition, and I ain't gonna get on nothing until I'm finished with this, because I can get on extra. I'm gonna wait. But when I watched that transition and what he did, I ain't gonna lie, if I was Drake, I would hate him too. I would sue him too. I would sue the shit out of everybody that he knew. Like, because y'all can say what y'all want about how many views that the Super Bowl lost. The reason why they lost views, I'm gonna keep it 100. The reason why they lost views is because the team that they wanted to win wasn't winning. They were actually down superiorly before the halftime show came on. So people was packing their lunch up and going the fuck back home to cry in the goddamn car. That's why they lost 1.4 million views. At the same time I say this, he still had more views than when Michael Jackson did the goddamn Super Bowl. So that tells you this dude did a phenomenal goddamn job.
So, one thing about that, that that rating with when it comes to Michael Jackson, it's right and it's wrong at the same time. Yes, I think he got 133.5 and Michael Jackson got 133.4. I think that's what it is. Or maybe Michael Jackson got 133.3 and Kendrick got 133.4. Either way it go, it was like 1 decimal more. But that was just that number is just for the people that watch domestically for Michael Jackson. What Michael Jackson got worldwide was in the billions.
Of course.
Yeah. So
it's fucking Michael Jackson.
Right, it's Michael Jackson. So if we look at the world, Michael Jackson still has the top view. But he did.
Ain't no motherfucking Michael Jackson. We never gonna see another motherfucking Michael Jackson. We gonna be dead before another motherfucker do the shit.
Yeah. I think with Kendrick, it was a lot of talk. We had already seen what he can do on a Super Bowl field from a couple years ago, and that performance won an Emmy. Then the year that he had, he had an outstanding year. And which is the reason I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's the only reason why he got picked to do it this year. And then it was a lot of controversy because it should have been Lil Wayne's moment. I'm going to continue to say that because that's how I felt when I watched it.
It should not have been Lil Wayne's moment.
It 100% should have been Lil Wayne's moment.
No, it shouldn't.
Now, I enjoyed it, but it did have some moments where it was just like, okay. Like, I wasn't wowed from the beginning to end. It had some slow moments. It had some moments where it was like, okay, is he gonna sing it? Is he not? That's what we're pretty much waiting on. You can hear the crowd not paying attention to him. They didn't really pay attention to him till the end. And I feel like a halftime performer should be a legacy act. I don't feel like Kendrick is at that moment yet, which we've already discussed. But what he did was pretty much promote GNX. He did not reach back in his catalog for shit. He did like 2 songs off of Damn. He did All the Stars, but the rest of it was GNX and then Not Like Us. Like, you have so many songs that you could have had a lot of people singing along to. And although it was a cool performance, it was nothing. It was not a halftime show performance.
Okay.
So, and I think it should have still been Wayne. And what kills me about people is that just because I say I feel like it should have been Wayne doesn't mean that I didn't understand the message. It doesn't mean that I don't like Kendrick. Right. It doesn't mean that I did not relatively enjoy it. It just means that it should have been Lil Wayne. I said what I said.
And I love that you stand on that. And I will say this. I'll say this off the flip. Kendrick has been one of the most top tier individuals for 10 plus years now. So the longevity was there for him because he had such a crazy beef song on top of having a crazy album. Yeah, it was only right that it was his turn. Now, when I say this, do I say that Lil Wayne shouldn't have performed at the Super Bowl? No. I think off the flip and just being in general for who the GOAT of Lil Wayne is, I think he should have had a spotlight there. But at the same time, it's like, excuse me, this is when egos collide, because at one point, Wayne has to realize that Wayne is not who he used to be. Even though Wayne is not who he used to be, he should have still had a phone call about the presentation of what the Super Bowl was going to be, so he can compare himself. I told y'all before, and I'll stand on this. If you get a Kendrick Lamar, you got a Lil Wayne verse there. It should have been no way. If this man can come and do Not Like Us, it should have been no way that he couldn't have performed Mona Lisa. Now, at the same time, I get y'all, because a bunch of niggas is gonna say, nah, he wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have rolled on Drake, and he wouldn't have performed with Kendrick Lamar. And
even
when
if
I
you
was
put the beef aside, he wouldn't have did it, and I don't think he should have.
And I will say this off the flip. If y'all paid attention to Lil Wayne at all through the whole years, Lil Wayne don't give a fuck about beef. Lil Wayne is about his motherfucking money.
Yeah.
That nigga, if you would have guaranteed that nigga at least $1 million in streams, he would have did that shit. If you would have told him up front, the thing was he was waiting for this moment, and everybody played him to the back burner. I'm gonna do this. I'll put this in perspective to simple, and I ain't gonna call y'all simple. I'll put this in the layman's terms of individuals that understand. He got the interview, and then he got the second interview, and then he waited, and then he waited, and then he waited. And then when he started doing other things, then they went and told him, oh yeah, we're gonna move on to this. And that's why he was hurt. That, know what I'm saying? That's why he was hurt. Because they didn't give him a heads up. They just was like, as soon as they got the format down, that's when they called him. They should have called him off the flip and said, this is what we're looking to do. And we're gonna do this and this and this. Man, come on. If you think a nigga wouldn't perform at the Super Bowl after he already sold another nigga's catalog, you crazy out your rabbit ass mind. That nigga's only looking for the money at that point.
Yeah.
It just wasn't discussed with Lil Wayne, and that's why it was discussed, and I feel that. It wouldn't discuss with me what y'all was gonna do. Y'all had me this whole time. I'm thinking, shit, New Orleans. Oh no, I'm in there. I didn't put this work in. Bop. I'm the Black Bon Jovi.
Yeah, and I mean, he has put in the work. He has songs for days.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, he would have had a difficult time to try to pick his set list, because he has so many songs that he could have picked from that would have got the crowd going. Could you imagine him playing Lollipop in that Super Bowl dome?
Now, at the same time that you say that, I'll say this. Do you think that Lil Wayne was going to be able to move about and really like put on a show like anybody else?
You know what's so funny? I knew you was going to go there, because a lot of people keep bringing that shit up. And my answer is yes. My answer is yes. He's on tour right now with the Hot Boys.
I'm pretty sure he is. You know why? Because all they got to do is run around one stage.
But I feel like whatever performance they would have came up with, it would have been something that would accommodate him. Whether he will be running around or not, or stay in one place. Hell, that the Super Bowl performance a few years ago won an Emmy, and they stayed in a big ass box. They didn't get out on the field and run. You know what I mean?
But they had multiple layers of boxes. This is what you saying, that they had multiple layers of boxes.
But I'm just saying though. Like, it would have been okay. I believe that would be something that we would not have had to worry about. And a lot of people want to keep bringing that up. I have actually seen him in concert. He, like, granted it was a while ago, but nonetheless, he puts on a great show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that would be something we would have to worry about. And on top of that, this is something that he really wanted, that he's really been trying to campaign for the last couple of years. Do you really think that he would have fumbled?
I don't. I just don't think. I really don't think. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I really don't think that Lil Wayne would have, because of what's been going on right now. And I really have to put that disclaimer out there, because I'm not saying Lil Wayne ain't phenomenal. What I'm saying is, because of what is going on in the climate that is in rap music right now, it wouldn't have pushed the numbers.
Okay.
I just don't think it would have pushed the numbers. I think they only went for the numbers game. And I think at the same time that I say this, I really believe that's the Achilles heel. Because they did this to push the numbers because of what Kendrick was doing. At the same time, the message, because we ain't even talked about the message, but we ain't even gonna do this on the podcast. I'll let y'all figure it out yourself. But even the message that I think that right there is gonna solidify that the next time we do a Super Bowl, I can guarantee you, and we said that shit last 2 weeks ago. I'll keep it 100. The next Super Bowl, I can guarantee you it's gonna be a white boy. They ain't going to no more. It's gonna be a white boy. It's gonna be a white person.
Yeah, we are done with this chapter. 100%. Which, like you said, we talked about it last episode. And Kendrick pretty much solidified that thought process. We're done here. We are fucking done here. And then that's another thing that I was saying when I was talking to people about this, because I was just like, a Super Bowl halftime show act has to be able to touch middle America and have them sing along. Yep. I don't feel like Kendrick is that person. Now, I know he got a lot of white fans. Don't get me wrong. I did watch the Juneteenth show with the rest of us. I know it was a majority white people in there talking about, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Like, I know this. However, the Super Bowl reaches all over the world, but you have to be able to touch them people and have them engaged and have them really want to see this halftime show. And those people are not Kendrick Lamar fans. They just not. They not here for that. Then I seen somebody try to argue with me about Lil Wayne and was saying he's a Trump supporter. Okay, if the man got pardoned by Trump, like why is this a conversation? Like, if he's a Trump supporter or not, I don't give a damn, because the man got pardoned by him. I feel like if anybody gets a pass to be a Trump supporter, it's him. Like, and what does that have to do with him being a halftime performer?
I will say this. So let's just go into and this is gonna be, I'm gonna wrap this up real fast. Let's just go into this. We want to keep talking about this whole Trump supporting this and Trump supporting that when it comes to these artists. Do you understand that some of these artists, not all of them, some of these artists are in a very different demographic than you are now? Mm-hmm. And being in a different demographic and going by different rules make you play by different fucking rules. I don't think that has nothing to do with anybody.
Yeah.
Whoever you decide to support, you understand that That's the thing. Even if Kendrick sided with President Harris or VP Harris, even if he decided to go there, you know, it is still things that he is moving on because of the wealth that he has. So you can vote all you want, but that doesn't mean that you're not gonna take advantage of what the rich take advantage of. So I want y'all to really stop thinking that entertainers have to be the martyr for you niggas.
Right.
The fuck out of here. You think Kendrick ain't taking advantage of the tax laws that Trump is trying to pass? He's a fucking multi-millionaire. He's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit no more. Because and the reason why I say that is because everybody is striving to be in a place where they can take advantage. It just is what it is. Like,
you have a point, because I mean, people are not gonna like be like, no, I want to pay more taxes.
Ain't nobody about to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody is listening to us right now. Whatever business venture you into, working a job or hustling or having a business on the interwebs, whatever you're doing, you know what you're looking for is when you start making so much money, you can start taking tax advances. It just is what it is. I know a dude right now, and I'm not gonna mention his name because I'm not gonna put that on blast because I'm nowhere near his level. So there's no reason for me to speak his name. But this man literally had a conversation with me, and he told me, he said, hey man, he said, you know, if you can get on my level and you can own at least 3 commercial properties, you can put that shit on the back end because you know you're making payments on it, and then people were paying you for it, but it's back end money because you're making payments, and then you know you ain't got to pay taxes for the next 10 years on this shit. This the type of shit that this nigga's on.
Right.
So, and this nigga voted for VP Harris, but he still takes advantage of the laws.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it is what it is. Like, you can vote for the interest of the greater good, but if your team ends and then there is some financial advantage with the team that actually won, you're not gonna sit out and protest.
nah.
You know? So I get it.
Shit. That's why I be so, I look at niggas so weird when they talk that shit, because I'm like, y'all ain't never been nowhere. Y'all ain't never been nowhere. Y'all ain't never made no money for real. Now, I ain't never gonna like be that kind and be on no extra shit because I ain't got shit. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. But I had it before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know what it is to play that type of system.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going down this political road. It's just, it's annoying to me because like as far as Lil Wayne is concerned, I'm not gonna. First off, I don't go to entertainers for my political views and who I should vote for and
exactly. That's not your martyr. That's not the person that you follow.
Right. But if this man was facing federal charges and he got a pardon from Trump, I'm not gonna be mad at him for taking a picture with him. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at him for voting for that specific reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was facing federal charges. He could have went back to jail. If he's avoiding jail by getting a pardon from a person that generally people don't like, it just is what it is. I would do the same thing.
Y'all would have been mad at me. I'd have took a picture with him where I hugged him and put my foot up.
Like, right, because at the end of the day, you're going like. Yeah.
I would have been looking like Matilda in that motherfucker.
Okay, like, I'm not going back to Rikers. I'm going home. So yeah, like bringing up that Wayne is a Trump supporter is some bullshit. Like, why are we even talking about this? So,
that's not the reason why he was not in the Super Bowl.
No, it's not the reason.
The
But
whole
the reason is because Kendrick had this big ass song.
Yeah,
And
he
they
had
rode
this
that
big
wave.
ass song. He had
They
a
rode that
phenomenal
wave.
year.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, he dropped a phenomenal album.
It's a really good album.
Yeah, on top of already being fucking damn near 20 years in the game. Kendrick been here since 2009.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to the halftime show. Yeah. I mean, I guess we said pretty much everything. But I mean, just to bring it on home, shout out to Kendrick. Oh yeah, totally forgot. So, the interwebs was totally up in arms about the halftime show. Whole bunch of people said things and whatnot. I live on Twitter, so I have a few things from Twitter that I'm going to show. This person tweeted, "Not gonna lie, Kendrick Peekaboo passed over y'all head. Bing bop boom 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 bop bam." This was the noise. This was the noise some slaves made to get connected with each other if they got lost on their way. This deep in rap. Because people, people was really like being on there. Okay, so this is what this really mean, and this, that, and the third. So people was like, coming up with shit.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
No, he was making fun of those people.
That's like,
what this was.
What?
Yeah,
I feel like Heathcliff Huxtable when Theodore was like, "I'm trying to be my own person."
Right.
That's the dumbest shit I heard in my life.
Right. No, no, he was making fun of those people because they was really like if you go to TikTok, there is videos on top of videos on top of videos that people are trying to explain this halftime performance. And so they really get to sounding like how this person tweeted. So I thought that was funny. And this one says, let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. This might go with this. Okay, so these people were saying Kendrick sound a damn mess. Please, and then Skip Bayless, he was tweeting a lot. He says, "Please explain why Lil Wayne isn't playing at halftime." I don't think I caught the other ones he said, but there was another one that he was like, "I'm not watching it because of my friend Lil Wayne," and stuff like that. So he was really mad that Lil Wayne wasn't performing.
Skip, you need to worry about
that bullshit.
Paying bitches money to
right.
Fuck. Like, right. Let's you ain't even paying whores. You trying to pay women off the street to fuck. Like you literally just running up to her and be like, "Oh yeah, I see you at Whole Foods. You want $500,000 to suck this dick?" Like, let's worry about the shit that you want.
Right. So then another person said, "And if I said worst halftime show?" Then another person said, "Worst halftime show ever." So, and this one says, okay. So this one has to do with Drake and Party Next Door's album. Then this person said, "Crazy. Do you guys see what Drake did with the artwork? The two towers behind him indicates how the industry want to bring him down, but he is twice as tall. The two fur coats being black and white represents the good and bad sides of the industry." Goodness. Because people was really on one trying to over explain or be super deep and super woke. Like, it was annoying. Then this person says, "This halftime show stinks. Ain't nobody trying to hear these Black Panther party raps during the Super Bowl. They really should have just let Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys turn up for the city. Then somebody replied and said, this nigga has had this tweet in the drafts for at least a week. All he did was hit send.
Listen, and you know what? I'm totally on board with that, because it's like, I get it, I understand, you know, and I'm gonna stop. I don't even want to, you know, keep dwelling on this shit, but I will say, like, y'all just have to. At the end of the day, y'all just gotta let this shit ride the way it ride. Like, you're never gonna change it. Everybody's opinion about how the show was, it is not gonna change that the show was the fucking show. Like,
yeah.
You
Now
know,
this
like,
person has a point. This one has a point. It said you had the president and his goons in the room and chose to diss Drake. Wild. Now that's a point. That's a point.
How is it a point?
Because you got public enemy number one in your face. You have his attention. And you don't say shit to him. You say shit to a person that's halfway across the world on tour.
Again, I will say this. These people live on a different demographic. Everybody is saying, everybody that has these opinions about what happened or not in their tax bracket. So and I'm not like bigging up their tax bracket or shooting down our tax bracket.
Yeah.
But we have no idea what they do in that tax bracket. So for us to even have an opinion about that, it's really asinine to me, because it's like, why would I shoot somebody down right then and there who is actually making it beneficial for me to be keep being a millionaire? Or do I want to just egg this shit all the time? I'm gonna milk this shit till the milk run dry.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get the difference of understanding, I guess. I was like, I knew exactly why he wouldn't say nothing about Trump, because Trump was right there. Like, hey, Trump is trying to make a law where a nigga can literally hand all his kids off to his baby mama and be like, oh yeah, and I'm still filing the motherfuckers on my taxes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If a regular nigga can understand that, what you think a millionaire nigga is going through? He already, man, come on, man. It wouldn't have never been that type of time.
Yeah. Yeah, but
you niggas is weird. You niggas ain't never made $10,000 on your own, and I'm that's just, I'm gonna just.
But I'm saying, like, it is a valid point though, because if he's supposed to be fight the power, the revolution is televised now, all this type of stuff, and you don't say what you want to say to public enemy number one, but you got all the smoke for Drake. Again, like, I get people's point. It's a valid point.
It's not, because whatever happened to the artist that wanted to be the martyr? Let's just keep it real. What happened because we had artists that jumped out the window. Sam Cooke jumped out the window. One of my favorite artists in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Sam Cooke jumped out the window. And then you know what happened? He got murdered, and they blamed it on that nigga trying to get some pussy.
Yeah. And you want to know?
He downplayed everything that he fucking did in life.
And you want to know what else happened? Bobby fuck God Womack.
You know, you took it, and I'm glad you took it, because I've been representing that shit since we started this podcast.
Right.
So I'm glad you did that. But that's the thing. This is what you're opening up, y'all.
Yeah.
You're opening. You're you're gonna kill a real revolutionary in order to have a fuck boy step in and ruin every fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, I see your point, but I also see their point as well. Let me see what this one is. Okay, so this one is another joke. Y'all missing the meaning here. Bell bottoms. Drake Bell. Simplified to Drake. Kendrick is saying he came from the bottom and rang Drake bells. It's simple if you pay attention to the symbolism. Now,
I didn't, you know, that was the only thing that I had a problem with, just because Jimmy Kimmel the next night.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Did his shit in bell bottoms. I was like, fuck nah. Like,
yeah, he was down to the same shoes and everything. That shit was funny. I wore my bell bottoms the next day, shoot. And you know what they calling them? Say Drake.
If those are called Say Drake from now on, I am going to shoot myself in the head.
Yes, you know the comedian Darren Fleet?
Yeah.
He did a video and he called them the Say Drakes. I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, that is funny. But this is talking about like the numbers. So it was 133.5 that Kendrick got and Michael got 133.4 million. But he got he actually got like 1 point something billion worldwide. But yeah, so shout out to him. Shout out to him.
He did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
He did a phenomenal job. And the last thing I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna talk about it no more, but it was something to talk about. Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all. I love y'all to death. Whatever y'all opinions is y'all opinions. But for this nigga to say Drake, I heard you like him young. I keep telling y'all that dude is a monster. Like, y'all think that he just be like, no, you kept poking the bear. No, this was a man who was trying to fix himself like a long time ago. Like, he was like, I know I'm fucked up. And he tried to fix himself. And then somebody took him off his fucking rocker. And he said, say Drake.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
Devilish grin.
He's the dude in every movie that y'all see, and he don't bother nobody. He just works in this garden, and somebody decided to like poke fun at this nigga, and then you never knew that this nigga had a fucking garage full of guns.
Man.
This is exactly who this nigga is.
Right. That's him. What I noticed, or what I also saw, people was saying that he was that he was Michael Jackson in Thriller at the very end when he turned around and smiled at the camera.
Yeah. I get him.
And then they put his face on Mike's body. I was cracking up. I was cracking up. It was a time to be alive on the interwebs.
Like, listen, my son loves Kendrick.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be a problem is when Kendrick said, I don't want to do it because they try to sue. And then he said, my son said, hello. My son knew he was about to fuck the game up.
Okay.
When he said that, my son said, he was sitting there like, cool. And then he heard that and he was like, hello. How the fuck does he know what's about to happen?
Right. That is funny. But yeah, they then they got the shuffle, the Kendrick shuffle now. Like, the internet has been having a fun time this past week.
And they should. They should.
Yeah.
And Kendrick should live high off the hog with this.
Yeah.
Just because Kendrick was able to make a diss song one of the most viewed songs ever.
Yeah.
So you gotta give it. You gotta give it up to him. Like, we've been riding on Hit 'Em Up for years. Let's just keep it 100. Hit 'Em Up was the best beef song we ever heard in our life. Will there ever be another beef song as dope as Hit 'Em Up? Fuck no. But,
Yeah.
but saying that is saying this. They Not Like Us is the most streamed and viewed beef song we have heard. Not saying it's the best.
Yeah. It's definitely not the best. Top 5 for sure. But Hit 'Em Up is still
Hit 'Em Up is still number 1.
Yeah, and No Vaseline I would give top 2.
No Vaseline, definitely top 2.
Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely say Not Like Us is top 5. Now, I saw this point and I was like, this is an excellent point, and it made me rethink some things, not totally, but it made me reconsider some things. There was a lot of people online because some people was like, I'm starting to feel bad for Drake, and a lot of people online was like, I don't feel bad for him at all, because we didn't feel bad for Meek Mill when Drake, killed him a few years ago. And I'm like, ooh.
That's all.
Yeah,
Man,
because Meek ain't bounced back since. Like, let's just keep it 1.
it's 100% accurate. Man,
Yeah.
fuck. Listen, y'all. I get y'all fans. Fuck these niggas, man. Like,
all
fuck
of
these
them.
niggas.
Every last one of them.
Like, and I'm not, and it's not saying that I'm not a Drake fan. Even saying that, it's not like I'm not a Meek fan. I'm a Meek fan. I'm a Drake fan. I'm a
Meek
Kendrick
on my
fan.
damn nerve. I used to be such a big Meek fan, especially when Dream Chasers 2 came out. But Meek get on my damn nerves. I had to unfollow him on Twitter because he's too much. He's just too much.
At the same time, at the same time, you say that and I say that. My thing is, fuck these niggas, man. These niggas ain't paying your bills. And whatever they're going through is what they're going through. Do not have a conniption because these niggas have been exposed. It is what it is. That music ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell you to do just like this. Continue to be their fans, because that's how they're going to be like these white boys and continue these well into their 70s. That's it. That's it. You got to acknowledge the loss and just move past that.
Yeah. But this the killer part about that, because Drake is trying to move past that and they won't let him live for shit.
That's because Drake doing too much. I'm gonna keep it 100. That bullet hole shit was dumb.
Yeah, he needs to stop with the slights. He needs to stop with those. Just move the hell on. But other than that, like, he got the new album out. He's on tour in Australia to sold out places. So it ain't like he's losing. He's definitely not losing. But who's definitely is Kendrick.
Do your tour, fall back, get yourself together, and then come back out with music. And then when you come back out with music, start being on a level of picking down the tree, because you got to pick down the tree, and you can't pick down the tree by shooting at the tree. You can't be like, every day I'm gonna kill you, tree. Like that day, it's not gonna work like that. But every now and then, pick at the tree. Yeah, pick at the tree, because once you start picking at the tree, and this is just the fundamentals of what I've learned in life. Once you start picking at the tree, you know what they do? They start throwing branches down. And then you chop those branches off. Because eventually, once you start chopping those branches off, you actually get at the fucking tree. And when you're at because you gotta wait to get at the tree. You can't do that shit right now. If you get at the tree right now, come on, man, you might as well be signing your death warrant. Like, start picking up, tear everybody's foundation from around them. And then start going at the tree. And the only reason why only way you can do that is if you start taking those branches off. Start exposing those branches. And then go after the tree.
Yeah. 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 So, yeah, that is our Super Bowl talk that lasted almost the entire show.
Well, it wasn't just Super Bowl. That was a whole thing in a nutshell.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot going on. So, yeah, so Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans had a bit of a Twitter exchange that lasted a really long periodically time. And all because Soulja Boy is still getting backlash from performing for that cryptocurrency ball that was for celebrating Trump's election, winning the election. So Marlon Wayans pretty much said that he didn't appreciate it. He didn't appreciate him performing. And Soulja Boy took offense. And they literally went back and forth for days. And it got real low. They hit so far below the belt, they were hitting each other's ankles. They start exposing each other for being in each other's DMs. Soulja Boy used a slur, talked about Marlon's trans son and how he supported his trans son. Marlon Marlon exposed his real teeth. Ooh, and that was bad. That was bad. Yeah, they went back and forth for a while. Yeah. What did you think about that?
First and foremost, I want to apologize for I had to cut the camera off because my son came in here, and then my son just farted like all in my face. Wow, and I had to get him out of here. So I do apologize for that. Shit was the wildest shit ever. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I was fed of mine and like, get the fuck out.
Right.
Farting ass nigga the fuck out of here. Sorry. But what I will say is I don't like any of this shit. And I'm not gonna talk a long time about this, but I will say, like, this is when niggas be niggering. When your ego comes in, that's when mistakes is getting made. In this situation with these two individuals, one, Soulja Boy's ego is always jumping in the way. That's Soulja Boy's problem. Because he's never been humbled. And it's hard to humble somebody who's been a millionaire since they've been 17.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to humble that type of person. At the same time, with Marlon, it's hard to humble somebody like Marlon, who family has been a powerhouse for so many years. So you have these two egos fighting when they don't need to be fighting. At the end of the day, like, Soulja Boy did some shit. You can say whatever you want about Soulja Boy, but that's Soulja Boy money, and Soulja Boy had got a bag the way he wanted to get a bag. At the same time, Soulja Boy, you can't talk about past checks he's already been through. On top of, you really want to like this nigga. Like, you really want to like this nigga, but you don't like this nigga because he jumped off the box and said some weird shit. Like, and I get it. Like, that's some weird shit. Like, you can't tell me I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. Like, I feel Soulja Boy at one point. People be like, nah, fuck that shit. And Soulja Boy had no right to go against Wayons. That Wayans shouldn't have never told me that I shouldn't have did some shit when he did some shit that most niggas ain't gonna do in real life.
Yeah.
Like, so I get it. And in real time, I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, man, both of y'all got to realize y'all really like each other for real. Y'all just don't know how to really talk to each other. Y'all have to stop all this fucking internet bullshit and actually have a conversation with each other. Y'all probably have a bunch of things in common. Like, and y'all just need to interact with that. And that's the problem with us as individuals. And I'll just say in the Black community, we'll let everybody else talk for us instead of talking for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, because I bet if these two niggas had a conversation, this shit will be over.
Yeah. But like you said, they're egos. So even if one were to come to the table to have a conversation, the other one's not going to be able to hear it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's because they let their egos get in the way. Somebody got to stop letting their ego get in the way. I just wouldn't let my ego get in the way. Like, put me in, and because I don't want to say Soulja Boy. I would say, and not downplaying Soulja Boy. It just is my age as a 40-year-old man. I would just be like, you know, put me in Marlon's way, and I would just be like, I'm not saying anything off the internet to you. Like, I would literally just DM because we're already posting DMs.
Yeah, right.
So let's just fake all the bullshit like we don't know each other. Let's just DM a meet and greet, a sit down and a talk,
or just just a FaceTime conversation.
Yeah, something real slick, something real easy. If you want to jump off the hand and go off the Richter, then that's cool. I'll let you do that. Because I'm not gonna put it on live or none of that shit because I want you to be totally authentic. Really jump off the handle with me like that while I'm trying to FaceTime you or then I mean you at that point you can't get mad at my reaction.
Right. Yeah.
Like I just want to keep it 100 with you. All that old extra bitch ass nigga, I'll fuck you up, nigga, on Fruitville. Like if you do some dumb shit like that, I know ain't no Fruitville niggas around right now. So if I knock you in your motherfucking mouth, it is what it is.
Yeah. And
that's not downplaying like they gonna fight or anything, but like at the end of the day, like they really do have to have a conversation because they DM'd each other before. So they've had personal conversations. So have a personal conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like at this point it's like Soulja Boy is too far gone in his own world that there's no reasoning with him for real. So you just, just whatever. It's not worth it. Like I feel like Marlon must have had a whole lot of time on his hands because this really ain't worth it. Like you're a 50-something-year-old Wayons that I'm sure you got projects for days and days and days. Like, why are you wasting your time going back and forth on the internet with Soulja Boy? Like, and we all know what Soulja Boy do. Soulja Boy is like the ultimate troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even think that he be trolling. I think he be dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why even waste your time with that? And I love Soulja Boy. Like everybody know I love Soulja Boy, but let's just call a spade a spade. He be on one sometimes. You know what I mean? And
we talking about Marlon. We're putting Marlon in a light like he's not a dick. Marlon is a dick. Like, the reason why Marlon is able to like do the things he's been doing past 50 is because everybody knows Marlon is an asshole. Like, I don't know if people are watching us that watch his stand-up or listen to any of those documentaries that Marlon was in, but Marlon was the Wayne that everybody wanted to punch in the mouth. Marlon is an asshole. Marlon don't get up off of you. Like once Marlon get a hold, like once Marlon call you an African booty scratcher, it is downhill from there. It's downhill. He don't stop.
Yeah, he don't.
He don't stop until literally somebody pick him up and be like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up before I beat the shit out of you."
Yeah, like it's turning serious now, right?
Yeah, this is the type of time
So,
and
yeah,
I relate.
I get it.
And the reason why I relate to that so much is because I grew up the youngest, and growing up the youngest is once you see how niggas are playing with you. And yeah, sometimes you get that uppercut in and you say some weird shit to them and you fuck their whole equilibrium up. And then when you see that, you stay on their head because you know what I'm saying? Because it bothers them. And I'm like, I get that as being the youngest, like, oh, when I see it bothers you, then I stand on that shit. You know why? Because it bothered me all the time you talked about me.
Yeah.
Bothered the dog shit out of me. Like I used to tell you, man, leave me alone. I'm like, oh, fuck this old. Look at him, old Rudy Poot ass, candy ass nigga. So when I see you bothered, I'm like, oh, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you gonna do?
Right.
Because at this point, I'm getting grown.
Uh-oh.
You, of all people?
Oh, you froze.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but you had froze there for a minute.
Okay. I'm like, nah, I get Marlon. I get him doing it, but at the same time.
Uh-oh. Froze again. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I can hear you fine.
Yeah, you froze. Yeah.
All right, let me stop talking. That's the internet telling me stop talking about this shit.
Now, yeah, I still hear you, but now you in black. I don't know. But yeah, but that's Marlon Wayans and Soulja Boy. They had 1 week last week. So, another thing that happened this past week was that the rapper that's suing Lyft, Dank Demoss, she did an interview with the Breakfast Club. Yeah. So this part of the show, it's not gonna be nice. I'm gonna just put that disclaimer out there. Let me go ahead and put the banner up because she pissed me off. She pissed me off in that interview. She pissed me off. Like, first off, she said that she's fighting for accommodation. But these rideshare services are accommodating. And she made a point when she sat down in the chair to say, y'all don't have no bigger chairs or nothing. So they had to bring over a part of the couch. And she was like, that's what I'm talking about, accommodation and blah, blah, blah.
They brought a sectional over.
Well, I said part of a couch.
I know. I just want to put it in perspective for the audience. Like,
yeah, but it was just like, none of this is okay. None of this is okay. I don't know who the man was. I'm assuming that was her manager, but she also had a weight loss doctor.
That was her stepdaddy.
That was her stepdad? Okay.
That was her stepdad.
But the lady that was with her was her weight loss doctor. So she is on a weight loss journey. And she has lost a nice amount of weight since she's been on the journey. So kudos to you for that. But it was just certain things. It was just like, are you kidding me now? Because none of this is okay. Like, I understand that you have gone to the doctor and they haven't told you that something's wrong with you yet. But that doesn't mean that it's not on the way. And I don't wish that on you, but you cannot think that you being this big is okay. And you saying that you're suing because they need to accommodate when it's like they are accommodating. And excuse me, these people are using their own cars to do this ride share service, and they're not getting compensated for the wear and tear of their car. They're getting compensated, to do the ride, and then you do what you do with your money. But it's not like they're getting money in addition to depreciate their car. So they should want to have some type of discretion on how their car is going to get worn and torn. And if he feels like you are going to put some extra weight on his car, then I don't see what the problem is, because in all actuality, you should have ordered a bigger car. Just because you may can fit in there, you may not be able to fit in there comfortably or safely. You know what I'm saying? So why would you want to be uncomfortable or unsafe in a vehicle just because you technically can fit? And yeah, she just was saying a lot of things that just irritated me. And then like another thing that she was saying was the whole saying that instead of saying fat, she was saying the F word. And I'm like, what's the F word? Because the last I checked, the F word was a slur against the LGBT community. So what F word you talking about? So it was a lot of weird things that was just really pissing me off with this interview that she did. And I don't understand why she's putting forth this type of energy. I know, for lack of a better word, but she's putting out this information like it's okay to be this big, and it's not like we're body shaming or fat shaming or anything like that. It's just all about, like, at the end of the day, her being that morbidly obese is just not healthy and it's unsafe, and she should have done better. She should have definitely done better. One of the things doing better is getting a bigger ride. Because when you see her in videos and pictures and stuff like that, she ain't never hopping out of a little car. She's hopping out of big trucks and SUVs and stuff like that. Like, she got a lot of videos and pictures and stuff like that where she's posing in these big trucks and stuff. So it's like, you already know. But in real life, you gonna try to get a compact car for your Lyft and then get mad because the driver don't want to take you because you should have gotten a bigger car. So, yeah, I'm not understanding. But yeah. So Lily, had some technical issues going on. So what we're going to do is see about getting him back on the line, see if we can get these technical issues worked out. And so I'm going ahead and run our little commercial to see if we can get him back. One moment.
Y'all know what this is. It's the Ish We Talk. Let's go!
right.
Woo! I'm
Welcome
talking
back.
about niggas. Snowball, I don't know what's going on, but my internet is down. I am sorry for the wait. I don't know what's going on, but I do know, like, not only did my internet go down, but like my job just texted me, like, if you want to work at home, feel free to do this. And I'm like, oh, it must be some shit about to pop off in this city.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
stay my
saying.
ass at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it really is about to go down. Um, this might be as big as it was. Uh, when was that?
Yeah,
Last month.
right.
Yeah. So I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But what are your thoughts about Dank Demoss and the
Hold on, let me get this mic right. Let me make sure this mic is where I can actually hear y'all. Do. Y'all gonna see me pushing through my audio, but I'm just doing me. All right. Can you hear me, cuz?
Yep.
All right. As long as you can hear me, we're going to push through this. Let's go to settings. Audio. Bum. All right, we're just gonna go to speaker. And close out. And you said what?
What are your thoughts about Dank Demoss and her interview with the Breakfast Club?
I don't think it should have been a response, honestly.
So you think she should have just been quiet?
Yeah, like again, like why would we if we know we want to fuck with each other, like why would we talk about this? Like why would we talk about it socially?
What you mean?
You said what?
So what you mean?
Hold on, like I'm I can't hear y'all. Let me I have to switch some shit up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This is what happens when you're live. Shit happens. But while you're here, you can go on ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Especially on YouTube. The Ish We Talk is on YouTube. It is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. We are on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. We are all over the place. Definitely like and subscribe. Because you do want to have your notifications on for when we go live. We normally go live on the weekend, but this weekend was weekend, and so we are here on Monday on this President's Day. And we are giving you this show on this Monday evening. If you have any opinions on what we discussed, definitely drop them down in the comments. We would love to hear your opinions on anything that we discussed. You got the audio together now?
All right, y'all. I'm trying to get my speakers ready.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's get out of that. Y'all gonna see me doing a lot of extra. I'm getting my settings together.
Yeah. But like I was saying, drop down in the comments and let us know your thoughts and opinions on anything that we discuss, or anything that you would want us to discuss. We would definitely
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So, So what are your thoughts on Dank Demoss?
Okay. Now, opinions on Dank Demoss. She needs to lose some weight. It is what it is. She needs to lose some weight. This lady, so I don't want to disrespect her, but this lady knows good and goddamn well that most people ain't gonna accommodate her. And I really do think it's a play. And this is my conspiracy theory coming out. This is me thinking it's a play where her friends can have Lyft pay for their cars. Cause if you ever see Dank Demoss in any vehicle, she's not all the way in that fucking vehicle.
And they're big vehicles. They're trucks, they're SUVs. She's not hopping out of no little ass car. And I did say that earlier when I gave my opinion. Like, she has countless videos and pictures and stuff. And she's in big ass cars and trucks. So
And she's not even in them cars or trucks.
that part.
That's the thing. She's halfway out these bitches.
Yeah.
Listen, she keep on saying 600-pound life is not my life. Yes, it is. Bitch, you need a minivan by yourself to roll your big ass in there.
You know what killed me about that? When she was like 600 pounds is not my life, but then in the same breath was like, I'm 5'98". Girl, bye. Bye.
If you don't get your little bitty fat ass out of here, like, and that's what it is. I hate to say it like that, but get your little bitty fat ass the fuck up out of here talking about some accommodations. Ain't nobody got accommodations for a fucking dwarf with a 6'4" problem.
Yeah.
Like, no, nobody. You can't name a person alive that says, yeah, we accommodate for that.
Yeah. Like, no.
It's not a roller coaster that's going to accommodate for that. What the fuck you think an SUV going to do?
Dude, there's a roller coaster at Roosevelt right now I can't ride because of my boobs. And I didn't try to sue Roosevelt because my boobs are too big for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going on the Breakfast Club, you know, having an interview because my boobs are too big. It just is what it is. I just politely got off that motherfucker.
And I don't want nobody to think I'm shooting this lady down, but this is the same lady that was like, that's what I'm talking about. Accommodations. Like,
yeah, like none of that
if
was
it
okay.
takes you that long to say some shit, it ain't us.
Right, like none of that was okay. None of that was okay at all. Trick Turner says she needs to get her own Sprinter van, the big joint. And then he says, shout out to the boobies. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I just was not here for that interview. Like, she really did piss me off. She really did.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this. Fat is not a discriminatory word. Fat is actual, factual shit. We can argue that nigga is not a derogatory word, but when you get to the meaning of what nigga came from, then it's very derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
Fat is because you are fucking fat. You're fat.
Yeah. No.
A black person is not necessarily a nigga.
She's not fat. They don't use that word. It's the F word.
Fat people use fat.
Fat people call other people fat.
Exactly. Fat people say with your big ass fat lips, with your big ass fat head, don't. So it's fair game when I say with your big ass fat belly.
Yeah, they say you fat bitch.
With your big ass fat thighs, with your big ass fat kangles, with your big ass fat neck. Like, I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's nothing derogatory about that. For you to say that that's a derogatory word
That killed me.
means that you're gonna as much as you're trying to work on your body, it's you're fighting yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. You fighting yourself. Like, nobody in fucking Donald Trump's green US of A is going to side with that. The people that side with that, they're not the people that you're going to side with to run anything.
It's just
Because nobody wants to play patsy. People are playing patsy with you. You are a obese woman who knows good and damn well certain shit you can't fit in. I done seen you in trucks. I done seen you in fucking Jeeps. I done seen you in Escalades. You know what I haven't seen your fat ass do? Sit all the way the fuck in those cars.
Damn.
No, stop doing fucking video shoots where you're able to sit on the ass end of the seat and take a picture. Sit your goofy ass in that motherfucker. Both knees in.
Drive that motherfucker, right?
Like, yeah.
Like, she did a video where she was in the back part of like a Suburban or something like that. And she like covered the whole back part. And it's just like, damn.
Get your goofy ass in that motherfucker. I'm talking about this literally. We have shows. Because, like, she mentioned 600-pound life. So I'm going to say this. We literally have shows where a person who ain't even 600 pounds have to roll their big ass into a goddamn minivan.
Man.
So stop saying that shit. Stop saying, I don't live that life. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Really
Next time you call a Lyft, you need to call a Lyft and say, if you could just bring a U-Haul and I'll be cool. Like, that. Ain't nobody about to pull up in a fucking Honda Accord and take your big ass nowhere. And the reason why I'm saying the reason why I'm so outlandish with this, because I want people to understand that the world that we live in, whatever flaw that you are showing, they're going to exploit from the depth of their soul all the way into the psyche of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not ready for that ridicule, then this is not the platform for you.
Yeah.
Ain't no accommodations for nobody.
Yeah.
If we ever become famous, you know how much shit we gonna get? Not because of what we say, it's because of what the fuck we look like. And you should be, you and all peoples, Dank, should know this already.
Yeah. Right. Because you get it on a local level. What you think gonna happen if you get mainstream? You're gonna get it on a national level. We see how Lizzo gets treated. You know what I'm saying? And she's just a fraction of what this lady is.
Like, man, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, man, let's just end it on saying this. Listen, I was gonna disrespect you, but I'm not gonna do that because I understand that like you come from a place of you need understanding. So I will say this. Nowhere in the world is it ever gonna be a place where you're accommodated at. Even if that place is full of people that look like you, they're always gonna make people adapt. And that's just what it is, because that's what survival looks like for human beings.
Yeah.
If you want to keep surviving, you're gonna have to learn to adapt to the climate.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna adapt to you. Nobody gives a fuck about you, and you don't make enough money yet for people to do that.
Yeah. But then at the end of the day, it's just not healthy, and we would want you to be healthy at the end of the day. But that's the reason why I was saying I like the fact that she is losing weight. She does have her doctor on deck and all that kind of stuff. So she is trying to get it in check, but in the same breath, she's putting out a dangerous rhetoric because it's not okay. At the end of the day, it's not okay.
I'll say this: the doctor who is with her, if that doctor is on the type of time that she was on the Breakfast Club, then that's not a good doctor.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's not a good doctor. That doctor is supposed to say, "Oh no, they 100% right. Ain't no accommodations for you.
Yeah.
You gonna get used to getting your fat ass in this seat."
Well, I think the doctor is more just about focusing on getting her healthy instead of the psyche. Like she got to go to another doctor for the psyche. But
see that if you're on that shit, then that's what you should stay on. Don't talk about the mental breakdown of what people are saying to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the mental breakdown of what people are saying to you, I will strongly, I'm gonna be on your level, and say, nah. At one point, you have to realize this shit is way unhealthy.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna say I'm the healthiest person in the world, but you know what I'm not doing? Picking my belly up before I see my dick. You are so unhealthy that you don't even find it. Like, you can see a fine man right now, and it's no disrespect for you. I'm just putting a real thing down for Dank. Whatever you're attracted to, you can be attracted to whatever pronoun or gender that you want to be attracted to. You know what is stopping you from that? You are so big that your pleasure is food that you don't even look at that person like you're supposed to look at that person. And that is a problem.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like if you think, ooh, should I suck his dick or should I go get a fucking meal? Your ladder is going to go to the fucking meal. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Sorry. I don't care what nobody says. If that's a problem.
Well, on that note, that is Dank Demoss. So yeah, we're gonna do the fucked up song another day. It's so funny because we tried to do this song a while ago and we kept pushing it off, and then we're pushing it off again today. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Circumstances, man.
Yeah. So I don't have any final thoughts. Oh, but I do want to acknowledge Trick Turner's comment. He said he gave the nigga acronym, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. But yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Jerry's final thoughts. I'm gonna make it simple. I'm gonna make it sweet. I'm gonna make it good and easy for y'all. Ain't none of this gonna be good. Ain't none of this gonna be easy. Ain't none of this gonna be sweet. You think you live life in a world where people give a damn about you. At the same time, we're listening to people like America's Dad, Bill Cosby, putting fucking roofies in people's drinks. And then we hear about a mogul like Puffy oiling people down and videotaping them doing the wrongest things in the world. Do you think it's going to be easy for you to try to get that IT job? No, sir. No, sir. These things are going to be hard. These things are going to pause. But these things are going to be hard for us, all of us, to get across. You know, especially as us as black folks. And I only want to talk to black folks at this moment because it is Black History Month, and I'll just keep it real and fair. We have all been in the category of from jobs to hustling. You got to work 10 times harder than everybody else. So if you know that, why do you ever think that you need to slack off? Now, everybody ain't going to be on everybody's level. But for you to slack off and know what you can do and not achieve your potential, that's a flaw in you. And I need you to work on that flaw because all of us have a path to be great. Now, our path of greatness is always going to be different because there's always going to be tiers and levels to it. But if you ain't even trying to get to the tier, what are you even doing this for? You're doing a disservice to yourself. Always try to be greater than the person you was yesterday. If you do that, then I promise you, I ain't going to say you love your life, but your life is going to be 100% greater than the person that just lets life live them. It's people that are thermometers, and then it's people that actually check temperatures. Who do you want to be? And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Thank you for Jerry's final thought. And this was episode 149 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 150. Bye.
Exactly.